Hello, my dear students. How are you today? I hope we are all safe and ready for our discussions. Let's start by analyzing the following. When you love to love, you love. When you love to hate, you hate. When you hate to love, you hate. And when you hate to hate, you love. Do you agree with me if I'm going to tell you that this is correct? Love and hate can help or ruin our lives. If we are going to start loving to love, then we will always be in love. We will always be happy and contented. If we are going to start loving to hate, then we will always hate. We will always be angry. And if we always hate to hate, then definitely we want to love. We want to forgive and we want happiness. But if we hate to love, then we will never be happy. So what is now the relationship of these statements in our topic for today? So we are going to deal with multiplication and division of integers. As we go along with the discussion, you will realize the importance of analyzing those statements in the different rules involving multiplication and division of integers. Remember this, multiplying and dividing integers have the same rules. That's the reason why we are discussing multiplying and dividing integers into 1. So let's have these examples. So by the way, I'm going to give the examples, then you are going to generate the patterns. You are going to tell me what are the rules in those particular scenarios. Okay, so let's have number 1. Positive 9 times positive 8 is equal to positive 72. Negative 12 times negative 8 is equal to positive 96. Positive 4 times positive 17 is equal to positive 68. Letter D, negative 5 times negative 16 is equal to positive 80. So what is your observation regarding the examples? If I'm going to ask you the product of positive and positive numbers, negative and negative numbers, what would be the product? This is the first rule. When two numbers to be multiplied have the same signs, the product is positive. When you love to love, you love. When you hate to hate, you love. Okay? So let's have the next one. Positive 6 times negative 7 is equal to negative 42. 2 times negative 3 is equal to negative 6. Positive 8 times negative 12 is equal to negative 96. And 16 times negative 3 is equal to negative 48. So again, looking at the examples, what do you think is the second rule? Okay, so we have here positive times negative, negative times positive. So the next rule is when two numbers to be multiplied have different signs, the product is negative. Again, when two numbers to be multiplied have the different signs, the product is negative. When you love to hate, you hate. When you hate to love, you hate. Okay? Okay. So how about in division of integers? So we have 63 divided by negative 3 is negative 21. Next, negative 48 divided by 8 is equal to negative 6. Negative 72 divided by negative 6 is what? Positive 12. Number 4, 99 divided by negative 3 is equal to negative 33. And for number 5, negative 52 divided by negative 4 is equal to 13. Again, we have the same rules in multiplication and division of integers. Clear? Okay. Next, 64 divided by 16. So this is positive divided by positive. The answer must always be positive 4. Next, negative divided by positive. So the answer must be negative, right? That is negative 85 divided by 5. The answer is negative 17. Next, negative 12 divided by negative 4. Negative divided by negative. The answer is 3. And 9, 60 divided by negative 2. Positive divided by negative. The answer must be negative 30. And last number is negative 54 divided by 3 is equal to negative 18. Any question? None so far? Okay, so let's have this multiplying more than 2 integers. So examples, negative 2 times negative 3 times negative 5. What is the answer? The answer is negative 30. Next, negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. The answer is positive 16. Number 3, negative 2 times negative 5 times negative 2 times negative 4 times negative 2. The answer is negative 160. And for number 4, we have negative 1 times negative 9 times negative 1 times negative 2 times negative 1 times negative 1 equals positive 18. For this rule, we have if the number of negative factors is odd, then the product is negative. How can we say that the negative factors is odd? So for number 1, we have negative 2 times negative 3 times negative 5. We have 3 numbers to be multiplied. All of them are negative. And 3 is an odd number. Therefore, the product is negative. Next, if the number of negative factors is even, then the product is positive. So if we have negative factors and the number of negative factors is even, then the product is positive. Like, for example, number 2. We have how many negative 2 there? 4. And 4 is an even number. Therefore, the product is positive. Gets? Okay. Next. Practice your skills. So let's practice your skills. Let's have this. Perform the indicated operation. So this is multiplying and dividing more than 2 integers. So always remember negative numbers. If the number of negative numbers is odd, okay, then the product is negative. If the number of negative numbers is even, then the product is positive. So number 5, how many negative numbers do we have here? 3. 3 is odd. Therefore, what will be the product? Negative. So what's 5 times negative 4 times negative 3 times negative 1? The answer is negative 60. Correct. Next, number 2. How many negative numbers do we have? Again, we have 3. Therefore, the product must be negative. Multiply. Negative 2 times negative 4 times negative 6 times 2. The answer is negative 96. Next, number 3. How many negative numbers do we have? 2, negative 5, and negative 1. Is 2 an even or an odd? Even. Therefore, the product will be, or the quotient rather, will be positive. So that would be 65 divided by negative 5 divided by negative 1. The answer is 13. How about the next one? How many negative numbers do we have? We have 2. And 2 is an even number. Therefore, the product will be positive. So what is 100 divided by negative 10? That is negative 10. Negative 10 divided by negative 2. The answer is 5. Positive 5. Okay, so let's have number 5. The absolute value of the product of negative 3, 4, and 2 divided by negative 8. So we are going to have negative 3 times 4 is negative 12 times 2 is negative 24. And the absolute value of negative 24 is 24 divided by negative 8. So that is positive times negative. The answer is negative 3. Is that clear? Okay, so let's have the challenge. So if 3 is one factor of negative 45, what is the other factor? Here, we are going to think of a number to be multiplied by 3 in order for us to get negative 45. And in order for us to get that, we may have negative 45 divided by 3. And the answer is negative 15. Okay? Next. If negative 12 is one of the factor of negative 180, what is the other factor? Again, we're going to think of a number to be multiplied by negative 12 in order for us to get negative 180. And here is the equation. So that is negative 180 divided by negative 12. So negative divided by negative is positive 15. Meaning, if I'm going to multiply negative 12 by 15, the answer is negative 180. And for the last one, we're going to have add 45 to the product of negative 18 and 3. Therefore, we need to get first the product of negative 18 and 3, then add 45. So that is negative 18 times 3 is negative 48 plus 45. So negative plus negative 48 plus 45 is equal to negative 3. Is that clear? Understood? Okay, so those are the things that we need to consider in multiplying and dividing integers. So again, for our reflection, we have, when you love to love, you love. When you multiply or divide positive to a positive number, then the answer will be positive. Next, when you love to hate, you hate. When you multiply or divide positive number by a negative number, then the product or the quotient is negative. The next one is, when you hate to love, you hate. Meaning, when you multiply or divide negative number to positive number, then the product or the quotient is negative. And last one, when you hate to hate, you love. When you multiply or divide negative number to a negative number, then the answer will always be positive. So again, I'm asking you to reflect on these statements. Is that clear? Okay, so that's all for today. See you. Stay safe and God bless.